To the Middle East now, and 3 Israeli soldiers have been shot dead on the Egyptian border. The bodies of 2 were found this morning, while the 3rd was killed during a shootout with a gunman, an Egyptian police officer who's also dead. Well, joining me now from Jerusalem is our Middle East correspondent, Alistair Bunkle. Alistair, just give us further details on this.
Around 8:30 a.m. this morning at a border post down on the Israeli-Egyptian border in southern Israel, the bodies of 2 Israeli soldiers were found, a man and a woman. They were found after they had failed to answer radio calls to check in during their shift guarding the border. And what then ensued was a manhunt for their killers. And when a man was identified, he was surrounded by Israeli military. There was a gunfight. A 3rd soldier was killed as part of that gunfight. We understand some more Israeli soldiers were injured in it, and the gunman himself was killed. Now, he's been identified as an Egyptian policeman. His role in it all is rather unclear. One of the reasons being that earlier on in the morning, in the middle of the night, around 2:30 a.m., a major drug smuggling operation was also foiled. Drugs being taken from Egypt over the border wire that divides the 2 countries that the Israelis have erected in recent years, primarily to stop either migration or Islamic militants from entering Israel, but also a well-known smuggling route. So this major operation took place in the middle of the night. Now, whether or not the deaths of the Israeli soldiers were part of that and they were killed by some of the smugglers is not yet clear. A major investigation has been launched. The Israeli military down in the south are still looking to see whether there are any other gunmen around there. We're told, and when you sort of first hear this, obviously your thoughts turn to potential tensions or conflicts between the Israelis and the Egyptians. They've fought wars in the past, but that border has been reasonably stable for some decades now. And although it was an Egyptian policeman that was killed by the Israeli military, I'm told by Israeli military sources that they are coordinating with their Egyptian counterparts. That coordination is ongoing. It is good. There is no suggestion that it is anything beyond perhaps a very, very tragic incident, but the death of 3 Israeli military officers is a very, very significant incident as well. And I think as the investigation goes on, it will come clearer whether or not it was as a result of this attempted drug smuggling or perhaps something else.